I thought today I will do a look with this Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette with these colors. So I have redness here, my Dr. True Seborrhea in my face. And yeah, well, it's on the way to disappear. Well, I thought today I would just sit here in my old setting for filming and where I have all my makeup actually. Okay, so I'm gonna prime my eyes with Painterly from MAC. And yeah, I don't see people using these things from MAC anymore much. Oh, I didn't cover this splotchy redness that I have going here close to my nose. I think I will try and use this Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage as a concealer here. Let's see how that will work. Because I need something that's not too drying, which I don't think this one is drying exactly. And it doesn't have any scent to it as well, so either, I mean. So that's a little drop of this concealer foundation. It's so full coverage. And knowing Smashbox, they don't have any scent in their product, so it's also nice. This is number 05. Thing is, with dry spots like this, you will see the texture of it no matter what you do. So I'm trying to, do just a thin layer, but still it's gonna look pretty gross. So, but that's what there is, and I didn't use almost any of it. Okay, so I took down the brightness a bit. I hope it's a little bit better, not so white and shiny. So, well, I suppose I will just use a little bit of a... I'm taking just two of these lightest colors from this Viseart Neutral Matte palettes. So, lightest colors, two of them together. Just to go a little bit in here, that I won't get the other eyeshadows to get stuck here, where I don't really want them to get too stuck. Okay, I'm taking this one out from here for now. I mean, there it is. So, oh yeah, there's no much mattes in here. I just might use something from this one. I think I will use this one here as a matte in the crease. Let's see how that will work. Just the same brush. And yeah, I think so. A little bit of a cool toned taupe. Like that, to begin with. There's not a lot of mattes in that Charlotte Tilbury one. I mean, it's not like you can't use them. So here also, trying not to use too much of this either, just a little shadow here. I mean, this is always pretty, so is this. I mean, they're all pretty, it's not a question of not being pretty. I will take this one and maybe use all of these or some of these. So this is a bit burnt, kind of reddish brown. I don't know what exactly is this color. Oh, it becomes kind of nice and purple on that taupe, see? So I don't think it has that kind of color by itself. Let's see. No, I don't think so. It's a color like that. So yeah, with this taupe under, it becomes a little bit more that it goes with this, maybe. Let's try something like that. Trying to do this only in the outer parts, but don't get such a dark eye. All my looks tend to be a little bit too over the top. I want to make a pretty look. I'm not so sure I know how to do that. I always tend to go like for too many colors in one look, and then it becomes a little bit more like a circus situation on my eyes. That's kind of pretty though. That's not too bad. Another brush, and to take this color maybe. Okay, I think I will go with this plum color now. And smaller brush. So outer corner. Oh, long time I didn't use any purple kind of goodness on my eyes. That is pretty. And yes, I'm not doing at all what Charlotte Tilbury is doing, like using, I think, the first one as a base all over and those kind of things, because it's really shimmery, so I don't want that shimmer all over this. I like this combo together. Not bad. Well, I think after this, definitely these two. This one for inner corner. Oh, it's so glary. This one for inner corner and this one on the lid. And see what I do under the eye, because probably something that I did here, the same, that it will be like just, you know, going together. I'm using the same brush for the middle color here. Let's see how dark that one is. Oh no, it's good. Ooh, they smooth those. And this brush from Natasha Denona is really, really soft and nice. And it's natural bristles. Look at that. And it feels so soft. I think both of these colors have a darker base to them. Now I'm just blending those two together here a bit. Okay, so time for inner corner. We definitely just take the light one from here in the same row, this golden kind of shadow. Don't know if it's that light, but it's nice for the inner part here, I think. But I think I want to take this red one, there she goes again, and use that one for the start of the eye. So I'm taking this one, and maybe a mix of them too. Mix of these two. That's what I would do for the start of the eye. Let's see what that would be like. Just here. Ooh. Mix of them is kind of nice. And they're the same, buttery, like that. It just goes on really nicely. I think that's pretty much blended, except for I think I want to use a little bit more of this color here. And just the first brush to go inside here a bit and blend that one, because that one is pretty stark over there. See, now it's a little bit more quiet. I'm taking also the first ones that I used, the first two here, under the eye. And this brush is huge, but if I keep it like that, hopefully it goes roundabout where it needs to go. The lightest one from here on the brow bone a bit. And I'm just using the same brush for all these. Okay, so before I go to the Charlotte Tilbury, I will take again the taupe from here. This is another brush from Natasha Denona. I really like her brushes. They're very soft, and this is natural bristles, which I also prefer for the most part. So taupe and this red one together a bit. Checking it on my hand that I don't have too much red in it, because then it's just not gonna look the same. And this becomes a really nice purple together, actually, but matte. So I'm using these two here. A little bit stronger maybe here in the outer part. Okay, so I cleaned this brush a bit, and I'm taking now same that I did on top, you know. Which one was it? It was these two together, I think. These two. Yeah, and then the golden one. Okay, so those two first here. Try not to make it too wide this time. I tend to overdo this part of the eye look quite a bit. Maybe not just this part. Then the lightest one. Lightest one here, which is not that light, but it's a pretty golden peach, maybe I can say that it is. Something like that. I thought maybe to use, why not to use a mix of the dark brown and black from this Viseart palette for liner. Just with the, you know, this stamping kind of brush. I'm just using the same brush. Not even cleaning it in between because these are so dark. And very pigmented. So, a little bit more brown. I don't want it too black either. More brown. Just kind of stamping it in a little bit here. So I think that's it for the eyeshadow and the eyes. Like, yeah, I don't want to use anything that makes it darker because I'm really happy with the light kind of look that it has. I know Halloween is over, but this is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I didn't use it for the longest time. It does stay sticky on me, so you know, it doesn't completely set, it stays sticky. I thought I would use also something I didn't use for the longest time, Smashbox HD photo setting powder, loose photo setting powder. This one is so finely milled that it goes all over the place, more than anything else that goes all over the place. Like really lightly with it. Don't know if that's enough. And here also where I want to use something else. Ew. I definitely need to bronze up this face. The blonde from Guerlain Four Seasons. It's not new at all. It's an oldie but a goodie, but I'm letting it go down here a bit too. And all the way here. Okay. So now taking a bit more on the brush like that and trying to go over the face like that without, you know, being too careful because it's so pale. And without disturbing the foundation. So a little bit here too. Down here. Let's do here the thing too. And so I thought today I will go first with the highlighter and then with the blush. I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury one. This one. Also a holiday or Christmas edition. Superstar Glow. And I'm using a brush from Natasha Denona. Just a little bit in this, a little bit. Oh, that one is soft. Look at that. Okay, that didn't work so well. I have to be a bit more careful. Dip it in. And maybe like this. Because I want you to see the color of it, that it's actually pretty golden and not so much of a champagne. It's pretty, but you know, it's not as champagne as you would think that it is when it's in the... I know other people said it too, and it's definitely true. It's much more golden looking. And it has some color. Underlying color, like that. It's not the lightest one. But it's not the darkest one either. There. So So you see when it's on me, a little bit of a cast. Of course, it's not the same color on my arm as here, but you get the picture that it's not the lightest one. Nonetheless, it's pretty, but you know, and definitely not shimmery or sparkly or anything like that. So a little bit here, a little bit there maybe. Why not this hourglass all night, or what is it called? At night, all night. At night. I will take this one and I will use the same brush, because why not? It's not a big deal. That one is pigmented, and I will try and keep it a bit higher up maybe and go together on top of the highlighter a bit, something like that. And it does have color, as you can see, so I'm taking it up here too, that it won't look just like a splotch on my cheek. Down here a bit on my nose. So that's the red and the, you know, both colors together. Really pretty one, this one, I have to say. And now I definitely want to do another hourglass product on top of it to kind of blend it together. This hourglass product that I'm talking about is Moonlight, one of those ambient powders for finishing the look, and like the Guerlain powders, you know, but this one definitely is like, I would say, more subtle without sparkle at all, but still has a really nice glow. So they are a bit different to other ones that I tried, these powders from Hourglass. And I really like this little bit pink going one, especially when I have this more of a yellow. I'm kind of dabbing it on, so I won't, you know, disturb the foundation again. Yellow foundation, so I think it goes a bit nicer. Here I got a bit yellow, I think, from the foundation. Anyways, so that kind of a look. So that's Buff from Pat McGrath, and I will probably use one of her lipsticks on top. Okay, so Christy from Pat McGrath on top of it. It's pretty much exactly the same. A little lighter maybe, which is perfect. I thought, why not use one of these sparkly ones? This one is from the Star Wars collection from Pat McGrath. Just a sparkly kind of golden. Just in the middle. It's actually very subtle. But maybe that's good for change. Just cleaning it up after, so I won't have it all full of color. I think I really like the way it turned out, except for, you know, this foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's one of my favorites for when I really need the foundation to stick on, of course, like even when it's hot, which is still hot here. Even it was raining one day, but yeah, it's still hot. So yeah, but it does make like the whole skin, the face look like a mask if you're too close. I hope it looks nice on picture, but you know, in the video, but in real life it definitely is pretty heavy looking. And this whole summer, since, you know, wearing masks and all this, I haven't been putting on anything else except for the face and body from MAC every now and then, which is nothing compared to this foundation. You know, it's so thin and easygoing, let's say. So yeah, but also it doesn't give half of the coverage, of course, since I do need coverage if I don't have a mask on. So, you know, with all the redness, that's why this Estee Lauder is still a favorite of mine. Yeah, and well, I did use the more yellow one today mostly, and then a little bit of the lighter one here. So I can check it also, but you know, I don't know if it's so interesting to know about this, because I don't see anybody almost using these anymore. 1NO and 1W1. Okay, Bone. So those two I used today. Now I do have a third color from this one. It's just 1W0. Okay, but that one I didn't use today. I used the darker yellow today. So those foundations, I had 3 of them, 3 different colors, which, yeah, I really like them. I have 4 different colors. What is this? This is the oldest one I have. No, what is this? One neutral one? Okay, so I have 4 different colors from this one. I really must like it. I should use it again, but with a mask. So that's one of my favorites. For when you can actually use makeup and for when you want to have a full coverage and look really flawless. Of course, then I would have to use something else down here. I can't use this foundation down here at all. And I would probably use it a little bit more lightly and more carefully if I really was to, you know, go out. But since we don't do anything like that now, so I just slapped it on. Well, so I have to say those Hourglass powders, until now I was like kind of, do they really do anything else than the Guerlain? But I think they actually have a little bit more of a prettier finish than the Guerlain, which has kind of shimmery finish. So if you don't want the shimmery finish, but a bit more of a satiny kind of glow, Hourglass is definitely the way to go, what I can tell, you know, on my skin. I got this big finishing powder from Hourglass in this color, which I used today. Which color is it? Moonlight. Is because I want to use it with my a little bit too strong blushes, which are really hard for me to use by themselves on my skin tone. So if I mix it with this, it makes it so much easier to use them and makes it far more, you know, pretty looking than just using the strong color on my skin tone. Yeah, of course it changes it a bit too, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm really happy with those Hourglass products as well. Actually, I like these more than the big, you know, the big 6-pan that come out every season. I didn't buy that one this year at all, because also they have repeats in them every time, and the pans are so small that you can't fit a big brush in them. And I like using this huge brush. It's huge for dipping it in and then just dabbing it on the skin.